Even at ranked 102 in the world, I think Agassi still has, if not the best, among the best returns on the circuit. That includes the unspectacular ones like that are dropped at the feet of the incoming volleyer. Behind him, you might just have caught a glimpse there of Brad Gilbert. Still his coach. They've been together since spring of '94. It's Martin's second ace. Could do with a couple more now. That'll do. Well served by Todd Martin. His best year was 1994. Got to the Australian Open final, lost to Pete Sampras. And got to his highest world ranking, did Todd Martin, of 5. Winning 2 titles that year in Memphis and London's Queen's Club. Agassi, 2-all, first set.
15 love.
That's the kind of rally that Agassi needs. Just to get those ground strokes grooved, have the confidence to hit right through them. Of course, if serving is very good at the moment. 4 aces in the last 2 games.
Come on.
Good pressure from Todd Martin. And the difference in that rally was the slice backhand that Agassi plays. It's not a shot that is a major weapon in his repertoire. He got no depth on it. It landed just inside the service line, and Martin was able to apply the pressure which drew the error. Well played. Agassi holds for 3-2. 12 of them, which is a pretty grim statistic for him at this time of year. 2 of those were in the Davis Cup when the USA beat the Netherlands. Martin, 2-3, first set. Jon Tiriac, who owns this tournament and who's made it into the Super 9 event that it now is.
15 over.
This event used to be staged in February. The biggest event of the short European indoor season that runs from the end of the Australian Open to about the middle of March. Well, you take your luck when you can get it. If that had dropped down Todd Martin's side, he'd have been in a spot of bother now. So Agassi looks like he's beginning to get the range on his returns.
Beide, 30 over.
That was a very good second serve.
14-13.
He took the risk of going wide to the Agassi forehand, and well, that's a great forehand as well from Martin. Didn't quite get hold of that, Agassi. Just a slight mishit, but well enough directed to catch Martin off guard. Deuce.
Vorteil, Martin.
Went for the big one. Lack of match practice, just I think telling us against him slightly. It'll be interesting to see how Agassi hits the ball when the set gets really tight, assuming it does. Another good serve.
Martin.
Agassi 3-all first set. Yes, you'd expect Agassi to put that kind of mid-court, high-rising ball away.
40, 15. 40, 15.
Martin is not yet reading this Agassi serve. He was expecting that one to go down his backhand side, and it went down the middle. Good disguise from Agassi. Two points for 4-3.
That's it. 40, 30.
Yes, Agassi had committed himself to the cross court forehand. You can see it here. The approach shot is fairly good. Perhaps could have been a little bit deeper. He was expecting the cross court, which is why he was just a little bit late on that low backhand volley. But good power from Martin. Gave it the full treatment, and that extra bit of power made the difference.
Full tie, Martin.
Oh, this is hard hitting. Very little time to react, and it was Agassi who made the mistake, and from 40-15, Martin has reeled off 3 points to take him to break point. First break point of the match. And it doesn't take much, does it? First break point. Martin takes advantage of a couple of loose Agassi shots, and it's Todd Martin who has the break. 4-3. Serving 4-3 first set.
15.
I don't think Agassi got a touch on that. That lunge didn't even make contact, so we'll put it down as Martin's fourth ace. Agassi hits this forehand so hard that Martin just had to guess. Guessed wrong.
That's it. 40-30.
Still a point for 5-3. Well, a couple more of those now would come in rather handy. Might get him the break back.
4 ties, Martin.
Yes, this is lack of match practice again. Mentioned it before, I dare say we'll mention it again before the end of the match. So little time. Agassi takes the ball so early that he's got to be totally on song. He has the ability, he's proved that before. But he needs the match practice, he needs a few wins.
Spiel, Martin.
And that's stopping him.
Martin führt 5:3, 5-3. Null 15, Law 15. Fünfzehn Ball, 15 open.
It's a great return from Martin.
15, 13.
Yeah, if he's sitting that far forward, I don't think he really needs opera glasses. It's the view from the Mac cam along the baseline. Guess who that's named after. It's very much a nickname in the profession. And if you remember how many times John McEnroe insisted that he was right and that the line judge and the umpire were wrong. I'm sure it's worthy to carry his name. 3 aces now for Agassi. Well, if you step in and take the return of serve early and connect, you get a glorious looking shot like that. Absolutely exemplary return from Martin. Good second serve.
Martin Für, 15. 15 love.
The drop shot's quite reasonable on this surface. It's a fairly standard rubberized hard court, Terraflex. It's very similar to Greensat, Supreme and Forbeau surfaces that are used elsewhere on the European indoor circuit. Ball doesn't bounce as high as it does off a concrete type hard court, but it's still got to be well played. Well, we got the change of direction right, did Martin, but the execution wasn't quite there. You can see the life is back in Agassi. He senses he has a chance here. 15-30 on the Martin serve. It's a very well played point. Good serve. Recovered well after a good return. Took his time going into the net. And Agassi at full stretch couldn't get the ball back. 5-4-30 all. So that loose backhand from Andre Agassi gives Todd Martin his first set point. Just one break point in the whole set, just one set point in the whole set. It was that close, but Martin took both, the two most important points of this set. And he takes the first one. Another uphill battle for Andre Agassi then. Martin's getting a lot of weight behind these forehands. They're doing some damage.
Brazil beide 30. 30. 40-30. Einstand. Deuce.
First double fault of the match. It's a great return. This is a dodgy situation for Andre Agassi. Just lost the first set. The way Martin's been serving, it's difficult to get a break back. It's a good serve. Again, he had a fair bit of disguise on it.
Agassi.
Incidentally, it's the first time Rudy Berg has had to say advantage Agassi. It's never been that yet.
Spiel, Agassi.
But he weathers the storm of the break point. 3 points on the run. Some good serving there from Andre Agassi. Better on the serve. No major differences there. Maybe 10-13, 13-10 on the winners and unforced errors, but that's not a major difference. Just a very, very close set where Martin won the 2 points that really mattered. Love won. Second set.
15 love. Signal 30 long.
Two aces and a service winner in this game. That would have been a nice game. 4 first serves, 1 to love. Lovely volley.
And by the 1-0.
Well, the difference between 58% and 47%, which was the first serve percentage, first serve percentage, sorry, is not great, but gives you an indication that Martin is just that much more comfortable on his first serve than Agassi is. Agassi 1-1, second set.
Null 15 and Lauf 15. 15 all.
It's a glorious sight when Agassi gets going. Has a split second to react to this. Ball coming at him at quite a rate, takes it early, perfect placement. Yes, he can't afford that. It's Markus Günthardt, the tournament director. Older brother of Heinz Günthardt, who does our interviews for us. He also played Davis Cup tennis for Switzerland, but wasn't as successful as his brother.
40-30.
It's a great return. It's a really great return. Martin playing a good match at the moment. He's keeping the pressure right on Agassi, just at the time when Agassi has no margin for error.
Martin.
Yes, this is, again, and coming back to the lack of match practice. It's 3 double faults he served now, 2 in this game. It's when the situation gets tight, the pressure's on you, where you know you need a couple of big shots. There's no substitute for playing a lot of matches. You at least can rely more on where your strokes are going to go. Unless, of course, you lose your confidence or get too tired. That can also happen, but... Agassi needs to get to the last 8 or last 4 of about 2 or 3 tournaments this autumn. That will give him confidence, I think, going into next year.
4 times. Agassi. Einstand. Deuce. Four times. Agassi. Deuce.
The best returns in the game are no good to you if you can't win your own serve.
Four times. Martin.
Well, Agassi does this to so many people. Another break point for Todd Martin.
Einstand.
Well saved. Had 4 break points in the match, and they've all gone to Todd Martin.
Four ties, Martin.
Make that 5. Well, it was a bold attempt from Andre Agassi, but in a way that break was always on the cards. And Martin really in the driving seat. 6-2, 2. Had a lot of problems with that toss. But very few with his serve. It's ace number 7.
Rising number 30 long.
Oh no.
30, 40 long.
The strategy was right. I think he might even have changed his mind. I think the idea was to play the volley down the line. But Martin was moving towards that right-hand side, and Agassi may have decided to go cross-court. And if you change your mind that close to playing the stroke, it's pretty normally it's lethal. It's Martin's first double fault. Agassi attacking the serve, getting a reasonably good return in, but then backtracking a little bit, deciding not to come to the net. I think he's lost a little bit of confidence on the basis of that missed volley earlier in the game. I'm not sure. Good judgment.
Martin Field, right side, 3-1.
There's Brad Gilbert just behind Todd Martin, just going out of the picture now. Come back in just a second, there he is, light blue top. Agassi 1-3.
Fünfzehn 15 long. Rising 30 long. Rising 15, 30, 15.
lovely backhand.
14-15.
Talked to the Bjorn Borg about it, taking the left hand off the racket just after the point of impact.
Spiel, Agassi.
Right on the baseline. So Agassi keeps in touch. It was a good game for him, but he needs to attack some of these Martin serves now. Martin's still a break up in the second set. Todd Martin, a set up, 3-2 with the break.
Love 15.
Oh, wow. That didn't come off the middle. In fact, it probably came off the middle of the frame. Martin was expecting the lob, turns to get it. It doesn't go quite as far as he expects. And, yes, use the whole of the racket. He's a lovely character, Todd Martin. Not the most charismatic or demonstrative, but there's quite a sense of humour there.
Vierzig 15, 40-15. Spiel, Martin. Neue Bälle bitte. Hier
So 10 aces for Todd Martin.
Martin führt 4-2, 4-2.
The winner of this match plays Carlos Moya, the number 6 seed. In fact, the winner of all first-round matches, winners of all first-round matches play a seed in the second round, all seeds having a bye. 48 draw, which means that if you get to the final from the... As a non-seeded player, you've got to play 6 matches, and if you get to the final as a seed, you play 5. Moya needed points to guarantee his qualification for Hanover, the ATP Tour World Championship, which takes place from the 11th to the 16th of November. And he'll have a hard job beating either of these guys. Looks like Todd Martin at the moment. He leads 4-2 as Agassi serves his new balls.
15 love.
4 aces for Andre.
Beide.
It's a pretty useful half volley to win the point. Not quite a half volley, but it was the return of serve that set it up. Martin is returning extremely well today.
(15:30, 15:30).
Slightly sparse crowd in the Schleierhalle, trying to get behind Andre Agassi.
Beide. 30 all.
That's a great backhand. Well, if Agassi could string a few of these together, it would be great for tennis, because
Agassi.
he's still needed. He may be 27. He needs to get results for his great charisma to show through. He's hanging in there. Served extremely well so far. 4-3, second set. So Martin has not beaten Agassi since he beat him in 5-setter in the 4th round at Wimbledon in 1994. Played 10 times, this is the 11th. That's great. That's good stuff. That's what we want to see. Can't string them together though, that's his problem at the moment. You can see why he was world #1 in 95. But he's not stringing the points together as much as he needs to. That's a great shot. The disguise on this one, the last minute, the lofted drive through the ball. 30-all. Yes, you can hear the groan from Agassi. He really sensed that he had a chance then. 2 great points, 30-all. It was a full stretch, but he'd normally make those.
Martin.
Instead of which Todd Martin brings out his 12th ace.
Martin führt 5-3, 5-3.
I get the feeling in this match that Agassi is not that far off the pace. I mean, his ranking of 102 is deceptive because he's hardly played. Todd Martin's ranking of 64, I suspect, is also deceptive because he's playing a very good match here. Agassi serving to stay in the match, 3-5. Lovely pick-up from Agassi. Telling you that they played 10 times. Agassi's won 7 of them, and that includes the 2 meetings they've had on carpet.
Signal 30 love. Signal 40 love.
Again, not quite convincing on the backhand volley, Agassi, but he's won the point, won the game. Martin is first match, not the first round, because his ranking was high enough early in the year to get a bye through some first rounds, but first match. It's Todd Martin now serving to inflict on Agassi his 8th first match defeat. 5-4, second set.
15 love.
His 13th ace.
Thank you. Signal 30 love.
Well, he's not giving Agassi much of a look in here. That is somewhat fortuitous. But fortuitous or not, I think one has to recognise that whatever the percentage is, I don't have the first serve percentage, it was 57 after the first set. Todd Martin has put the first serves in when he's really needed them. Three match points.
First serve.
Too long. An hour and 10 minutes. 6-4, 6-4.
6-4, 6-4.
Some excellent serving from Todd Martin. Disappointment for Andre Agassi, who still hasn't quite got it together after his long layoff. He's got to go back to the practice court, maybe get a couple of more wild cards, but he needs some results. But Todd Martin, his rehabilitation is well on its way. And he moves on to play Carlos Moya, the number 6 seed, in the second round, and that'll be a very tough match for the Spaniard, especially if Martin can return the way he did today, because Moya's serve is certainly no more dangerous than Agassi's. So Martin through to the second round, beating Andre Agassi 6-4, 6-4.